What is the Cryptex about? It's a system that can provide financial freedom to everyone, allowing you to achieve maximum growth with the world's first investment, where the investment amount is provided by the Cryptex. Yeah, this is the essence. The Cryptex give you the money, the Cryptex invests the money that you receive as a gift, and yet the vast will belong to you. So the Cryptex is so completely unique. There is nothing like it anywhere else, and there is not even a similar thing in the world. So you will hear something exciting. Before we get into the details, we ask everyone to read the disclaimer as we are not financial advisors. We who are speaking here, of course, will do everything we can to present the Cryptex offer to you in the best way possible, but neither Cryptex nor we take any responsibility for anything. You are responsible for every decision you make. You know, it's your money, it's your responsibility. So, how did the Cryptex come to be? Many years ago, now 9 years ago in 2016, professionals who were banking experts, crypto specialists, and of course insurance experts met at this meeting and they wanted to create something that didn't exist yet, something beneficial for everyone through which many average people could also become wealthy, while it would also be good for the banks, good for the insurance companies, and clearly good for the Cryptex as an intermediary. While they succeeded in creating this wonderful system, which has now been operating for 9 years, and in this system, you can also benefit from the profits of the digital crypto financial world. The system already has 650,000 members. It started in Australia, spread it to New Zealand, then to Asia, from there to the US, and finally this wonderful opportunity came to Europe now 2.5 years ago. This is a completely private online economic community where you can benefit from the advantages of blockchain without any special knowledge, prior training, or cryptocurrency expertise. A simple smartphone is more than enough, so you don't even need the computer skills. This opportunity has been created to be a winner with a favorable rules for everyone. Let's see how the system is structured. So the Cryptex offers an opportunity that allows you to easily access a large amount of Bitcoin even now. As you can see, the Cryptex is in the middle as an intermediary, providing anonymity to all participants. And on the left, you can see the traditional financial system, which is called fiat currencies, such as the euro, Hungarian forint, and dollar, etc., etc. On the top right, you can see the digital financial system, the world of cryptocurrencies. On this side, the cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, TON, and other coins. So the left side is fading, while the right side is already present in our current time, and this is the future. So Cryptex, as an intermediary, forms the bridge between the traditional and the new digital financial system. Then the Cryptex acts as an intermediary. You can see on the lower left side its partner insurer and its own partner bank, and on the lower right side, of course, the Cryptex is connected to you as well as to participants from countries around the world. What you need to know from this that you, as a participant, you are only in contact with the Cryptex, so no one else, so the Cryptex manages everything. The Cryptex disburses the initial capital and the Cryptex pays at the end. So everything is done automatically by the Cryptex. How does this form of investment for the future work without equity? Because this is the magic word without equity. You can open a web office for yourself, which is completely free. After that, you can request initial capital. You can receive 30,240 for 3 years or $43,200 for 7 years will appear in your office. After that, the Cryptex will immediately start working with this initial capital and goes up on the right. At that time, your contract starts and it generates income, specifically daily returns in dollars. When the time you choose, 3, 5, or 7 years is up, the initial capital returns to the Cryptex, the intermediary, and the pure profit, your generated profit, can be seen going back to your web office in dollars on the bottom left. And when you withdraw your profit, because you withdraw your profit for yourself, you can receive in crypto that's in like Bitcoin. Let's look at how this works in the case of a 3-year contract. You can see above where the money comes from, namely from staking, meaning locking it, and the digital interest. This is how a 3-year contract looks like. On the left side, you see the first 7 days in the box, and below the last 7 days. And on the first day, you see the $30,240 then that you receive. As initial capital, it starts to grow with an approximate return of 0.1%, and on the last day, marked in green on the 1094th day, the amount grows to $67,550, after which it gets settled. You can see the settlements on the top right side of the Cryptex. So everything is automatically deducted and you don't have to deal with anything. The amount, around $65,269, is then divided into 2 parts. While you can see at the bottom right, the initial capital goes back to the Cryptex, and the pure profit, worth about $35,000 in Bitcoin, comes to you. So this is why we say, or Cryptex says, that actually you can easily obtain Bitcoins here for just pennies. And then let's have a look at the 5-year contract. It looks much better, it's much more exciting. You can see $43,200 at the top left. That's the starting capital you will get. Here the daily yield is about 0.15% on average, and after calculations, as you can see, the final result amounts to around $513,900, and this amount goes into 2 parts, so it goes back to the Cryptex here as well. At the bottom right, the $43,200 is for the Cryptex as an intermediary. And what's interesting from you is the bottom right corner. So you could get around $470,000 cleanly without having worked for it. Just you initiated the contract, but you don't have to click around. You don't need to bring anyone. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to look at it. So you have absolutely nothing to do with it in the world. You just simply started the contract, and in 5 years you will receive the final result, and this is close to $500,000. Well, currently is over 416,000 euros according to the latest informations. So it's a very serious amount, and you only have to wait 5 years for this contract to run its course. Let's see why it's worth starting a contract. Well, because it's anonymous, so you can see everything, easy vast creation. There is nothing easier in the market at this moment. At least we are not aware of it. Your risk is minimal, but your return is maximum. Well, you don't need your own collateral, you don't need your own starting capital, since the starting capital is provided to you by the Cryptex. After application, your smart contract starts. Bitcoins are just falling from your computer, as you can see on the right side. The starting capital begins to work immediately as it's logged in, so it generates and you see the profit credit which arrives every day. One person can have one office, but you can start 80 contracts without providing any personal data in your office. The fee for the capital application is $100 per contract. The verse generated is paid out in Bitcoin, as I said before. Let's look at the process of starting a contract. It's very simply what you need to do. You can open a free web office at Cryptex, and then after you submit the $100 application fee. After, you just need to choose the term for which you plan to invest, 3, 5 or 7 years. Then, when the initial capital appears in your web office, after you press the button for 3 years, $30,240 will immediately appear. If you choose 5 or 7 years, then $43,200 will instantly appear in your office. Your smart contract starts immediately. There are no fine print details, no obligations. The production of the new coins is completely automated, so you can relax and everything happens by itself. You can even watch from your armchair how your amount grows over the course of 3, 5, or 7 years. But if you don't want to lean back completely, you can still recommend this fantastic opportunity to your friends and relatives because then you don't have to wait for years, but you can start collecting bitcoins for yourself right now. As you can see in the two tables, there are immediate commissions on the $100 fees on the left side, 10 levels deep. Or if you look at the right side table, you can see that there are later commissions from the staking share, and these are very serious amounts. Moreover, leaders get an additional 5% commission from infinite dApps above all this. Anyone interested should ask their sponsor or inviter because it's really possible to earn money immediately and very easily even from a single leg. So there are no restrictions, no balancing or anything like what you have heard in multi-level marketing so far. Now let's look at the last slide to see why this is safe for all participants. It's safe for you because you don't provide your personal information and don't invest your own money. It's safe for the bank because you as a participant don't have to access the money during the term and the bank can thus make billions through the Cryptex in cryptocurrency, which it wouldn't be able to do without you. So you are very important to the bank. Every single person is very important to the bank. It's also safe for the Cryptex because the Cryptex acts as an intermediary connecting the parties involved, and it also earns a lot of from the monthly fees. And of course, it's safe for the insurer as well because locking on the blockchain is currently the safest investment option. The insurer knows this very well, and obviously the insurer also grows nicely every month from each contract, so you can be at ease. As you can see below, the bank always wins. The bank only participates in things that are certain and safe, so it's clearly visible that here everyone earns and it's good for all parties. And indeed, it's safe for every party. The secure investment for the future is here. You don't have to wait any longer. The time has come to realize your dreams. Right now, you really have an opportunity in your hands, in front of your eyes, with which you can change your life, achieve your boldest dreams, and you decide how big your dreams are to realize. If you have small ones, you will realize your small dreams. But if you have big dreams, you can also realize big dreams here easily. Even you can only benefit from the transaction gains of blockchains and the production of new coins through mere referrals or starting a few contracts. So that is what Cryptex offers, and the sky is just limit. Now you can see the Cryptex website on the left. It's worth checking out. At the bottom left, you can see the text. Request a participation link from the person who invited you here.